Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we've got a special video for you guys. Now I'm not gonna lie to you, I was not planning to do another Yamato video this quickly. However, some things happened. Some awesome things. Now if you were paying special attention to the title of this video, or you just happened to pay attention to who was in this team with me, you will have seen that we have none other than ChiliGamez and TacticAngel on our team. So that's right, Spartan Elite, ChiliGamez, and Tactic on a team. This has never happened before, probably will never happen again, and yeah, just thought that this was going to be such a good one for you guys to check out. By the way, it's going to be an absolutely awesome game for both me, Chili, and I'm not 100% sure how well Tactic did in this one. I know he's in the Alaska. I know he was drinking at the time. But, yeah, I don't know how much damage he got. But I know how much damage Chili ended up with in this one. And between the two of us, we did something extremely special. Or at least is special for me. I don't know if anybody else has done this. You guys, if you have, let me know. But we'll talk about it towards the end of the video. But, yeah, we're going to go over to the right and try to get out of being in the center of the map. Because, you know, Yami broadside on does not end well. So we got to get out of the way as quickly as possible. Now, we are going to push up. It just so happened that the side I decided to turn to is the side that Tactic and ChiliGamez is on. By the way, if you guys haven't checked out these guys' YouTube channel, I've got them linked on my community page. I've got them linked in the channels tab on my my YouTube page. So make sure you guys go check them out. They're both amazing at the game. Like, you guys know that I'm above average. These guys are way better than me. Just putting it mildly. They just are. I'm not, you know, I'm not a liar. I know what I am. I know what I am. Oh my God, Yami. Please stay there. Please stay there. Don't do anything special. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of screwed this shot up. He started accelerating and I didn't lead him enough. And so, unfortunately, we're going to not hit him where I would like to, which is center ship. We're going to hit towards the rear of his ship, which is unfortunate, but, you know, it is a thing. Now, they fired at us. We see the rounds incoming, and I'm hoping to God that it doesn't hurt too bad. And we get pretty lucky. They took a nice chunk off of us. They took about 14,000 off of us, but definitely not preferable. But we definitely got a decent chunk off of them as well. Between hitting the gross occur first at the beginning and the Yami, we're up to 33,000 damage already. The enemy's Kuchazov decided to push into C and ran face-to-face to Tactic, and ChiliGamez and the Yamato put a hurting on him. But we're going to push up. It's going to be beautiful, guys. At one point, me and Chili are literally like side by side, two Yamis pushing forward. It is gorgeous. Now, there are going to be some interesting times. Now, we're on the same team, but they're in a division, and they are in party chat. So I can't communicate to them. They were streaming at the time, which is how we ended up on the same team. I basically had them count down to see if we could end up in the same match, because I thought it'd be fun to play against them. And then we ended up on the same team, so it was even better. And watch this shot on the Balti. Wait for it. Pow! Dropping the bomb. Another 19,000 damage. And just to put a little more insult to injury, we're going to go ahead and get the rear gun on him. And, you know, sometimes you just got to give them all the guns. And sure enough, we punch him again for another 3,200 with the rear guns. And then we're about to get the front guns loaded, so, oh, never mind, we don't need to. Chili finishes them off. Now, because we're not able to communicate to each other, I kind of had some assumptions on what I thought they were doing, but sometimes I forget. I get into my little world and what I'm doing and what I'm planning to do. I don't always pay attention to what my teammates are doing, and that gets me into trouble quite a bit. The mini-map is up there for a reason. I may start using the bigger mini-map instead of the smaller one. Let me know if that would bug you guys. I don't want to ruin videos because of it, but I think it might help me keep an eye on the people that are around me. I'm pretty good at paying attention to enemies, but when it comes to what my teams are doing, I get goofed up sometimes, and it does bite me in the booty. And it will bite me in the booty, literally, in this match. But we're going to keep pushing forward. Obviously, it takes a while for our team for our Yami to get moved forward. But once we get around the corner here, this is what I call a land grab, okay? Basically, we are pushing them out of this area. That is securing this cap for the entire match. Once we get them out of here, Then we can funnel them together. Our team is holding their own so far on the far left flank. We are going to push this side, and then we are going to turn in and start absolutely hammering folks. Now, the first part of this, I mean, we're already up to 72,000 damage. It's not like we've been sleeping on the job. We got a lot of damage really early, and there was a lot of damage to be had in this match, and a lot of damage is given or taken from me and Chili. And I'll get into that at the end. I'm telling you, it's worth it. You definitely want to watch. I'm going to put myself in sort of a bad spot, but at the same time, a good spot. You've got to be aware of what's going on around you, what situation you're putting yourself in. And I am usually pretty good at paying attention to that, even if I sometimes put myself in a bad spot unnecessarily. Now, obviously, this Iowa is all out of friends. Everybody has left except him. So we're going to start punching them. Iowa cannot hold up to 18-inch guns from the front. We're shooting towards the superstructure as well because we just want to get as many hits as possible. Didn't work out for us in the first salvo. Only got 1 penetration, but Chili's putting some hits on them. And this is where I kind of assume what the rest of my team is doing, and it isn't exactly what actually ends up happening. Chili and Tactic are going to turn around and fall back and defend the far left flank as they are about to fall over there. It's absolutely the right play, and if I had known at the time that's what they were doing, I would have played this slightly different. Not a whole lot different, but a little bit. I would have finished taking care of this Iowa. But this Yami showed himself broadside on. I have to take it. Now, I look over at this Yami. I take the shot with the rear guns, and then he just gets walloped by Chili. Chili punched him right in the face with that one. Took over 2/3 of his health with 1 salvo, and then I get a little bit in no citadels because he started turning out. But you'll see here, I'm about to do something that almost nobody should ever do, which is give my broadside to an Iowa. Okay, I know the Iowa's there. My goal is, Iowa just fired. I'm trying to get behind the island here and bow tank towards the majority of the enemy. I know that Chili is behind me in Yami, and he's a great player. So I figure he's probably going to kill this Iowa. I don't need to stay here. Iowa's on his last legs. It's not that big a deal. I can turn in and focus down the rest of these big boys over here. That's what I thought was going to happen. But like I said, I didn't realize that that's not what they were doing. They were falling back to help with the guys coming out towards the far left flank, towards our destroyer that's out there. Now, I get some good shots here against the Grosse Kurfürst. The Azuma decides to make himself available, and unfortunately, I don't shoot him. I shoot at the Kagero. Now, I am slightly too far beyond this island, and I'm going to get punched pretty hard by the Grosse Kurfürst to my right. You can see he's got a pretty good angle on my ship. So right now I've got to get this ship going in reverse. You can see I'm full reverse, waiting for my ship to turn. There's nothing I can do about it other than that at the moment. It takes a long time to move. Now we do take a better shot this time at the Kagero. We are going to get a hit, I believe. It's not going to be a huge hit, but it's going to be a decent chunk. Get 2 overpins on him, and that's going to be pretty close to the end of his life. But now that we're back in here, again, once you start moving, it takes time to stop. And watch what happens next. Now, we can tank from the front all day on an Azuma and a Grosse Kurfürst and a second Grosse Kurfürst. What I can't afford to do is back out in front of an Iowa. I thought that Iowa was dead, and sure enough, he is not. Now, you can see as the Grosse Kurfürst to my right gets further out, I keep backing up a little bit, trying to keep the island between me and him so that I limit the amount of people that can shoot me. That's called positioning, right? That's being aware of your surroundings. And unfortunately, I back up a little too far, and I get extremely lucky to not be completely removed from this planet by the Iowa, who is still alive. And you can see, I realize my mistake. I'm trying to get the ship to stop. I'm assuming that he can't shoot me, and that is the wrong assumption because he can and absolutely does take the shot at me. I mean, if you get a broadside shot at a Yami in anything, let alone an Iowa, you're going to take it. You can't ask for a better shot. And he does make me pay for it. He gets a Citadel right there. 14,000 damage done with 1 shell penetration. So we definitely paid for it. We get the shots off, trying to hit him here. Try to chunk him a little bit more. And we do get a penetration and an overpin. Not a lot of damage, but enough to kind of, get him back a little bit for what he hit me for. Now, our teammate is charging him, so he can deal with that. Chili is pushing out on the left side, or at least sitting in the gap between the islands, much like I am on this right side. You can see we're basically doing the same thing at the moment. Actually, that's Tactic in the 2 islands like I am, and Chili's, I believe, broadside right behind Tactic. But you can see we are just absolutely chunking these guys. We got 130,000 damage right now, and we still got a long ways to go, folks. There's still 4 ships, and there are, what, 2 or 3 very healthy gross occur firsts out there. So we got to try to do everything that we can. And you can see this gross occur first on my right. He's behind the island. I try to take a good shot. He actually got a very good penetration on me right there. Mostly deck penetrations. But he actually did a nice little chunk on me. Now, the gross occur first on my left, and we got a good chunk right back on him, another 18,000 damage. So it was a good trade for both of us. But gross occur first on the left is getting teamed up on. I believe Chili just smacked him. Tactics shooting HE at him. The destroyer's out. Nope, the destroyer must have been. No, destroyer somewhere. I don't know where's the destroyer. Oh, he's directly ahead of me in the smoke, and he's dead. Never mind. But we're trying to take some shots at the gross occur first, and we're just missing our shots. He turned in a little bit, and that was enough to make us overshoot him, which is not preferable, but it does happen. Anyway, we're at 148,000 damage. We've got 2 citadels, and it's at this moment we can start to push forward. So you'll see that I'm going to, in a moment, after I believe right after I fire this shot, we're going to start charging forward here. We're pretty close. But this shot looks a little better, but a little too much lead, and of course we get 1 overpin instead of any real damage, which is unfortunate. But now we're starting to move forward. We're going to lead this charge across the center of the map and start closing the distance on these guys. No reason to leave them sit at max range and let RNG sort it out. We've got plenty of hit points we can charge up and deal with these guys. We take another shot at the gross occur first, and I believe we get a pretty decent hit this time. Yep, there we go. 2 full penetrations and a kill, bringing us up to 157,000 damage done. And upcoming is my favorite shot of this entire game. You guys know that one of the things I struggle with personally is shooting over mountains, right? Like, I'm really bad at it. However, sometimes I just make the right decision at the perfect time and catch somebody, and it's beautiful. And this Azuma is about to get that. Now, you can see I'm starting to congratulate everybody. We know it's a win. We have too much hit points. We take the quick shot over the mountain, not expecting much, maybe an overpin or 2, and wait for it. Pow! 28,000 damage done, and he is immediately removed, giving us our high caliber. And ChiliGamez gets his high caliber at the exact same time. What are the odds? Two Yamis on the same team, both with a high caliber. Now, if you don't know why that's impressive, it's because you don't understand what a high caliber is. A high caliber is literally one person accounting for 1/3 of the entire enemy's hit points. Okay? So each team has a certain number of hit points. To get a high caliber, you have to do 1/3 of the total hit points of the enemy team in damage to get a high caliber. And I just got a high caliber, and Chili just got a high caliber, which means between the 2 ships, we have accounted for 2/3 of all damage to the enemy ships. That is impressive. And we're not done here. I mean, we still got another gross occur first to go, and I'm looking at that 200,000 damage and just salivating. I'm like, I can do it here. I just got to get a good shot. This guy he's not posing any threat to me whatsoever. So I take the easy shot straight into the superstructure, trying to get as much damage as possible with as many hits, and we do get a very good hit. Or was it 17,000 damage, or was it 12,000? I think it was 12,000. It was just enough to get me over that 200,000 barrier. Gross occur first is on fire. He's about to burn down to TacticAngel, getting the final kill. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this match, and just to add insult to injury, I did 200,000 damage in the Yami with a Confederate high caliber, 3 citadels, and only 2 kills. ChiliGamez got 205,000 damage and ended up right there with me on the leaderboard. So hopefully you guys enjoyed again. This is something that doesn't happen very often. I thought you guys would love to see it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. It was 400,000 combined damage between the 2 Yamis on our team, just me and Chili. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.